them.
My knee's been swollen for the past couple days.
Thing.
Yeah.
You got one.
So I went and got an ice pack and an ice bandage.
We're just missing Cal.
Where's
Cal!
Washing this dish.
No.
He's not really in a meeting.
It's not too tight when you bend.
The food order has been received.
Oh, good.
Cool.
A little birdie just whispered that into my ear.
Yay.
Tell that birdie
Like
to go
that?
fuck himself.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Will we get it today?
I'm not all knowing, Michael.
Only so
Call
many
that bird
birds.
back.
We
Ow!
ordered before 12, but we've received confirmation after 12. What is the answer?
Okay, I'm asking.
Too bad we don't have one of those magic 8 ball.
I know, I was just thinking that.
Those answer everything.
Only a little bit we got in my eye.
Awesome.
Shut up.
We are
Ready?
all here.
Cool.
Hooray.
Hooray, hooray.
This meeting will now come to order.
Adjourned.
Miss Secretary, if you will.
Yes. Okay, old minutes for last week. Our last meeting was October 9th. The barn, we needed more alfalfa. We only have 2, and we need to place the order within the next week. The kitchen, the food order still needs to be resolved. Infrastructure, the Love Shack's almost done. Chris and Josh proposed putting a stage on top of the deck. They're going to make a plan and price it out to discuss at a later date. The garden, they need help planting seeds, specifically putting materials into those small pots. We met with Diane and formed an indoor gardening team, planted onions, mixed greens, and mixed lettuce. The location for the indoor garden needs to be discussed at a later date. Chores, the chores are being done. Be mindful of keeping your stuff clean. Outstanding business, sleeping bags and blankets were bartered with Hex, 9 sleeping bags and 4 blankets. She's making 4 pieces of jewelry in return. Goddess Circle was on Sunday. We have 4 adults and 2 children coming. Would like to borrow 18 for Goddess Circle, which that did happen. And Amanda received a bartering email for $100 worth of personal business goods, ribbons and bows. The person would like admission to the Utopia Experience this weekend and then 4 further events. We approved that barter. And we voted on a plan for a personal payout. We decided to split everything equally among all individuals, no matter if it's a group business or an individual business.
Hooray.
Wunderbar.
Hex, the sleeping bags are here.
Everything I've bartered so far, and I mean everything, not just the sleeping bags and blankets, are here. I'm just waiting.
You're waiting for what?
A problem with the barter because some people couldn't show up for a family emergency, so you did.
All the items weren't given, but it was told that once some things are made, I can send them to her, and she can send the rest of the stuff.
Awesome.
But it's
Alright.
been purchased.
Cool. Major areas. Let's start with the barn. Food got ordered.
Yeah, that's been done.
Cool.
It's coming before noon tomorrow.
Anything?
It was $483 and something 3 cents.
And that's for 2 weeks.
That's for a month, 2 weeks.
Let that be noted that 2 cows and a calf are spending more money eating than 15 people. Just keep that in the back of your mind.
That was 2 weeks or a month. I'm sorry, I heard both.
2
2
weeks.
weeks.
2 weeks, okay.
Yes.
What's going on with finding out about the pair and all that stuff?
I think we had to. Me. Next, kitchen. It's clean, amazing. Never thought it would happen. What else?
All those things that we got, the other items, the bowls, the cake pans. Some of the stuff to make the cakes with. We got to make sure we have all of those. I have a list now to account for everything. Those are supposed to be returned today. I'm going to try to keep one of those bowls and see if we can. It was like $3.95. But other than that, the food order was placed for the community food. Shouldn't be that much. They haven't given me a price, but I just ordered some of the small stuff for the house, salt, pepper, things like that. Ketchup, mustard. And that's the extent of that. Other than that, kitchen's good.
Awesome. Hex and garden.
I got an email on Friday from a woman that wants to barter something. She didn't have any idea as to what for some jewelry. I suggested to her and asked the one thing that I know that garden needs to finish the aquaponics are the hanging mesh baskets to go inside of our foam chinampas. So I asked if maybe she would be okay with giving us about $120 worth of baskets. They range from $8 on Amazon, like $20 to $25 depending on the size. She said that would be fine. So I wanted to bring that to, I know this isn't the time, but I need to bring that to the group and ask if we can vote on that, if I can barter for the rest of our aquaponics, and then those will be in the water and we don't have to do anything else with those. That's all we're missing for those. Indoor gardening, all the seeds, most of the seeds are in by the bathroom, as you saw, and we are still, do you want to let us know what's going on with the tractor?
He brought the wrong parts for the tractor. He said he'd send me the rotor, the one piece we need, in the mail, probably in the next couple of days. I'm confident that it'll run if we get that one part.
And he said he's also looking for somebody to help to buy our plow over there, our big one.
He wants 10%. I mean, $400, $40 goes to him. I thought that was reasonable.
As long as we don't have to move it.
Well, I probably would drag it for the tractor over to there.
Well, then that's not worth 10%. Let's give him 9.5. Hey, did he bring a battery back?
He brought the battery back.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Was it took a charge?
We didn't try it because we didn't have the parts. But he said it was charged. I didn't test it.
Anything else? Josh?
Was that
Oh, what's up? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Josh.
Are we
Before you
talking
do
about
that.
garden stuff?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I want to move the tub closer to my composters so we can fill it with the hose and I can just get water out of it. Anyone?
Tub's going inside.
Tub's going inside.
Yeah.
I want to get pond scum out of the lake to put in the compost. And if anyone's excited about going there, it's kind of fun to scoop this pond scum out. It's really good for nitrogen. Anybody?
How do we
Well,
get
yeah,
pond
yeah.
scum, like just like a bucket?
Yeah, like I'd use that black net thing, and then I'd scoop it up with the netting.
Nice if we had a pool skimmer.
Yeah, so we'll just make something like that.
Is that what
Most of
Ross
it's
said?
coming out of that other second waterfall. So if you just clean that every day, I think that we'll get. And then when the wind blows, it all blows up against the tight edge, and you can just scoop it all up. Our pond will be cleaner, and we'll get a lot of good material.
Cool.
Sure.
Awesome.
I would like to go ahead to start putting fence posts in around the thing, even though we don't have the netting yet, because it's a lot of work putting fence posts in. It'd take me a week probably to get that.
You just got a hammer, man, or what?
You have to dig a hole in this hard rock soil for each one.
Can't hammer them in?
Can't hammer them in. Not good enough to hold the deer out. Not good enough to hold the wind out. We
How
can
big are the
also
posts?
we can't just use the metal ones. We don't have near enough. It's 510 feet around the garden. We got enough to do like 80 feet or maybe 100 of metal posts. So I have to have wooden post, metal, wooden, metal.
We have those metal posts. What kind of wooden posts are you going to put in there?
I got everything laid out here where I
Yeah.
plan to put them all the way around the garden. So it's just like old mesquite branches that are going to be like, you know what I mean? But it'll hold netting up.
Cool. What else you got?
Oh, then the other point is for the buying.
Okay, no problem. We'll get back to that. Administrative reports. Chores?
The chores were done last time. Today is still Monday. Today is a chore day. I know we're taking it easy. A lot of people have chosen to take it easy, but chores still need to be done.
Halloween events.
Halloween, we are waiting on to hear a few things back of what our limitations are. But today we're going to meet around 3, the Halloween crew, so we can go over the adult side.
Cool. Current sales on the internet.
We're at a little bit over 1,600. I spoke with Sherry yesterday. I think we all know her. She wants to help us with shipping. And I did email out like the first 30 orders, giving them local pickup times, but people are just having a hard time making it. So I would like to propose, and I'm fine with handling this if everyone's okay with this, having Sherry ship out our current orders for us and all I do is charge the people with the current orders an extra amount for shipping, like $5.95 for a flat rate box, because we can't pay out any of those profits until we send the goods out, and the majority of people just can't make it here to pick up their goods, so we're just sitting on money that we can't use. So if we can get those out this week, I'm happy to take care of that, but then we can just start paying out our profits from the internet sales, because we have $1,600 we're sitting on waiting to pay out.
I have that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Right now, it's money that we don't even have, and we're not even thinking about it, right?
Yeah, it's not even factored in. Yeah,
It's not even factored into
because
anything.
there's so many obstacles between.
Right. And we're going to have this Halloween deal coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this $1,600 at this point is like found money.
It's like that money you have in a jacket you haven't worn.
Exactly. It's like that money you have in a jacket you haven't worn. You put your hand in. Oh my God, I got $20, right? It's a pretty good feeling. I personally think we should all think about hot water with that. Just a thought. Just kick it around. We'll come back to it on Thursday, but just think about that.
Sherry's wife or Sherry's husband made a good point. That's going to be a necessity here in the next month.
Oh, isn't that Kim? Bunny Love?
Husband. He also recommended to us to get a propane heater, since we have a propane tank. Just something to think about.
Isn't that what our heater is right now?
For the hot water heater, we don't have
the
one.
hot water heater.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to be propane. Yeah,
What's
a
that
tankless propane.
Same price.
Yeah, it's just for
I feel like
fitting.
500 probably,
Yeah.
but Josh knows better than I do.
So
We're looking at what, 500 for the hot water?
no,
No, it's like 600 for the unit, right? And then a couple hundred, probably like 800.
Anywhere from 600 to 800.
Is that propane or is that electric?
Propane.
Okay.
so that would be like pretty good deal. Then we could put the tub inside, and we can have indoor hot showers, hot water for cleaning dishes and everything like that. And money really isn't calculated in anyone's pockets at this point. So something to kick around. We'll talk about it again. What's up?
Also, the propane's probably between 15 and 20% left. So maybe the end of next week we'll have to get more propane. It's like $250.
I just have a couple more things too, sorry. The date auction is going up on Wednesday, so tomorrow between the hours of 2 and 5, if everyone can be somewhat camera ready, I'm just going to come around to you and take pictures.
When?
Tomorrow between like 2 and 5, that gives you time to get up and get ready. I'll come around and take your picture, nothing too intense, but the auction app right now is malfunctioning a little bit, so if you see me walking around looking like I'm going to cut someone today, that's why. I sent out an email to support and I have their phone number, so I'm giving them a little bit to get back to me, but like, have no fear, the date auction will happen on Wednesday.
That's when the auction's starting?
Yes, that's when the bidding's opening. We're going to do it for 7 days, just a week, so there's like a sense of urgency.
Mm-hmm.
And then I talked to the chickens or whatever the first 2 weekends in November, so then we can do 4 dates each day and we're not crowding it all around. So that's just the general layout, but just so you guys know, come hell or high water, that day auction is going up on Wednesday.
Damn, girl.
Go on, girl.
Given the delay of like when like the airing is with the timeline of here, is a week enough time?
I think, well, if it goes up on Wednesday, it will be featured, I'm sure, on Friday and Tuesday. So it will stop on the following Wednesday. So we would still get some, like, the Friday and Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm just
asking.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm just afraid if we drag it out. I originally was going to do 2 weeks, but I feel like if we drag it out for 2 weeks, people would say, like, well, I'll bid when I get my paycheck in the next week, and then their paycheck, you know, that gives people too much time to think about what they're doing.
In that auction, I know Josh had a couple come. Are you allowing it to couples?
It can literally be whomever. If it's couples, then they can just split the cost of the bid.
So it could actually be a group.
It could be a group if people just want to come and hang out with you. I'm trying to make it like not awkward and not romantic. We're calling it a day auction, but I want people to understand if you just want to, if someone just thinks you're really cool.
As a married guy.
Yeah.
You know, I want it to be known that I just want it, you know. something that's just cool.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, for sure we can do that, and that's just responsible for them to split up their money however they see fit.
Cool. Traffic on the site?
Traffic, we're averaging about, from what I remember, 360 unique visitors a day, but I do know we took a huge hit in traffic once people realized we weren't shipping things. I've heard from a lot of people via customer service and people coming in that the second we open up domestic shipping, our traffic will go up again, which I do trust that and believe that. We're pretty limited right now with local pickup. So
how many people have hit the site?
Let's see, I think 12,000 or 13,000 unique visitors total. But we got a huge chunk of that traffic the first 3 days, and then it slowed once people realized we were only doing local pickup. So that's why shipping is, like, at least on my agenda, shipping and the day auction are like my two huge priorities right now. I don't really want to talk about anything else until those two things are taken care of.
So what needs to happen with getting shipping going?
With shipping, I talked to Sherry. She said she's okay with coming Friday at 6 to pick up our packages, and we can do a weekly pickup every Friday at 6. Then she'll mail them out in USPS on Saturday because we are doing USPS. That's the cheapest option for us. Flat rate box of $5.95 is the lowest option. And then what we're going to do is we're going to charge a shipping fee, which is $5.95 for the flat rate box, and then a handling fee of $2. She thought that was fair, so now we're not bartering for her services. We're just straight up paying her to ship our products for us, and then she's responsible for packaging them up and shipping them out, and then she will email me the tracking information, which I can relay to the customers if they'd like. It's a temporary transitional solution until we can afford to buy our own packaging materials and just do it right from here, but we definitely need to be moving forward in that direction because local pickup is just not a feasible option long term.
So with kind of reaching out to people who've already made orders and tell them that they need to pay an additional like $8 in shipping and handling, I mean, would we be ready for Sherry to come this Friday to pick things up?
Yeah, I'm planning on her coming this Friday to pick stuff up. The day auction is like the first priority, but after the day auction, I'm just going to confirm with everyone that it's okay that they pay an extra amount for shipping because it did state on the site local pickup only. It was not a hidden thing. So if they want it, they can pay extra shipping. And just getting rid of some of this product because we're sitting on so much product right now that it's just like it's getting real cluster effed really quick. Sorry, go ahead.
The post office will give you a bunch of those flat rate boxes for $5, or like the little envelopes, whatever you can get in there for $5. But we can just put them in our box and just send them out. No UPS, no nothing. It's a little slower, but it's.
Well, that's what, I'm sorry. That's what we're gonna do is USPS.
Okay, USPS.
Yeah,
okay,
flat rate boxes.
Okay.
Yeah, and they give you tracking because UPS and FedEx are just gonna be. It varies based on location. We could pay $12 a box.
Okay, that's what I missed.
That's okay.
Awesome. Counting. Hurrah.
Hurrah. Okay, so this weekend, or actually this week, so including Utopia Experience, all the sales, I think Goddess Circle, yoga, meditation clients, we made $977. So everybody got a paycheck today of $13.03. Kind of the crappy thing that happened is that last week we kind of went over our spending budget, and it wasn't anybody's fault in particular, although we were kind of playing a little fast and loose with the Chunkins this weekend, and so we did disperse from the profits from this week, I think it was around 400 something into the spending account. Unfortunately, a lot of it had to come out to take over expenses that we went over last week, like the stuff for the auction app went through, and that was kind of unexpected, and then we had to the Goddess Circle went over budget a little bit. When the grocery order got fixed, there were extra charges on there we weren't anticipating. We had to pay the milkers that came during the wedding. We paid for parts of the tractor, and so taking that out of the new money that came from this weekend, we're left over with $231.99, and we just blew through $483 for the cows, and I'm guessing another $200 for groceries. So we're gonna have to pull that money from somewhere, because in our spending account we only have $230.
Is our asses possible?
What?
Nothing.
Our asses?
Yes.
You can dig deep.
Yeah, dig deep.
Let me know how it goes.
We got $500 right now.
Okay, so there's that.
What? Oh, hang on. So, but I mean, that's also something that's going to have to be a decision. Is like, does this just get pulled out of savings?
Isn't that what savings are for?
That's probably what it's going to have to be, unless anybody has any other thoughts, opinions, feelings on that.
What were you suggest? Did you suggest anything? Did you suggest the $13 paycheck for us to retract some of that money?
No, I mean,
Oh.
unless people want to do that. I don't think people want to do that.
No.
What would that bring us up to? Would it be enough?
It wouldn't be enough.
Okay, so the only option would be from savings.
Well, can't we
savings.
just take the money from savings and we got the 1,600 coming? We take whatever we have off that.
Yeah, so
first
that's
payment?
kind of the thing. Is like, as nice as it would be to like to take that chunk of found money and like spend it all on a water heater, it's probably going to have to be dispersed more to different things once we finally unlock that money.
Yeah, it
you
doesn't
know?
have to be done to anything. Nothing has to.
No,
be
nothing
done.
has to be done, but
Knowing that we
We could
have,
just throw another party with that money.
knowing that we have two things coming.
but it's also
one
that
of them
$1,600 I anticipate isn't going to be all unlocked at once because it's going to be as products are shipped out. You know, it's going to be more of a slow trickle as opposed to us getting that chunk of $1,600.
Doesn't have to be that way either. We could do whatever we want.
We can.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, the 600, the way, just so you guys understand, the way the product payout works, just on the technical end, is if people pay with PayPal, we have those funds immediately, and I think we have $690 sitting in PayPal. What we have to do is manually withdraw that, and it takes 1 to 2 business days to show up in our bank account. Now, as far as Shopify, someone pays with a credit card, business days based on when the order was placed. So if I order something today on Monday, they'll pay us that money and they'll put it right in our bank account on Thursday. So our payouts are very, like, some days we got $13 and then we have like $600 coming, but that's an automatic payout. So the money from the website sales is in our account technically right now, or going to our account. It's just we don't want to like start spending it like crazy or a lot for it until we have these products shipped out.
Yeah. Because there's still some people who wanted to get a refund, or some people who bought it and said, well, I can't pick it up, so donate it, or, you know, like, it's all kind of a mess. And the really frustrating thing is, like, with the Shopify deposits, like, the most recent bank statement I can get at this point is from 4 days ago. And I've asked multiple times to get daily, but they're every Friday statements, and so even knowing at this point how much is in our bank account is impossible, which is really frustrating.
Okay.